is an actual serial killer. This Ohio woman who was just charged in connection to the deaths of at least 4 men that she had met for sex. This according to the cops here. It could be more men. Her name is Rebecca Auburn. She's only 33 years old, clearly lived a little bit of a hard life if you look at her mugshot. She's accused of robbing and fatally drugging victims in January, 2 in April, 1 in June, according to a joint statement from the Attorney General of Ohio and the Columbus Police Chief. And here is what the AG said. AG said, "Don't buy sex in Ohio. It ruins lives and could cost yours." Obviously true. So the woman was a hooker, I guess, and these sad sack men were paying her for sex, and they wind up getting killed for their trouble. Which underscores a point that I've made for some years now against legalizing or decriminalizing sex work, against the hookup culture, against swipe right culture. It is better to sleep with people you know. And it is even better to sleep with people you like. And it is best of all to sleep with your spouse. And that, I guess, is controversial today. In fact, that is controversial. If I were running for office and I said, hey, I used the Norm Macdonald line. I said, hey, sex is obviously a filthy, shameful thing that's only meant for procreation, and you should only do it with your wife. If I came out and said that, the Jen Psaki's of the world, the liberal commentators, the Democrat politicians, they would laugh at me. They would call me crazy. They would mock me. They would pretend that my view was totally fringe. That is the view that has been held by most people in most civilized places on earth for all of human history. And it's been mocked in recent years. And then even the Attorney General of Ohio, then even some of the liberal media, if they report on that story, they're going to have to admit it's true. It's the old, what Rudyard Kipling called the gods of the copybook headings. The knowledge that we've all had for so many years that the radicals and the revolutionaries overthrow. And they say, our ancestors, our grandparents, and all the people before them, they were just dumb idiots. They didn't know anything. We've invented the world anew. It's all different now. And men can be women and babies don't have to be babies. And all the old rules no longer apply. But they do. The rules keep coming back because it's not up to you. It's up to reality, okay? And the more that you twist your political ideology away from those sometimes inconvenient, sometimes undesired facts of reality, the more likely you will be to find yourself a victim of political chaos, or in this case, a victim of a serial killing psycho hooker. Right now, go to ruffgreens.com/Michael. Naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black, the founder of Ruff Greens, is focused on improving the health of every dog in America. Dog food may as well be considered dead food since it contains very little nutritional value. Let Ruff Greens bring your dog's food back to life. Ruff Greens is a supplement that contains all the necessary vitamins, minerals, probiotics, omega oils, digestive enzymes, and antioxidants that your dog needs. You don't have to go out and buy new dog food. You just need to sprinkle Ruff Greens on their food every day. Dog owners everywhere are raving about Ruff Greens. It supports healthy joints, improves bad breath, boosts energy levels, and so much more. We are what we eat, and that goes for dogs too. Naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black is so confident that Ruff Greens will improve your dog's health, he is offering my listeners a free Jumpstart trial bag so your dog can try it. Get a free Jumpstart trial bag delivered straight to your door in just a few business days. Go to ruffgreens.com/Michael or call 844-RUFF-123. That is ruffgreens.com/Michael or call 844-RUFF-123 today. There is a new number 2 candidate in Iowa for the Republican Party, and that would be Nikki Haley, who in the picture on the screen is wearing a sweater that I own. It's one of my favorite sweaters. It's that cool Ralph Lauren flag sweater. And Nikki Haley also looks good, sounds good, is basically inoffensive. She doesn't fire up the base necessarily, but she is firing up a portion of the GOP that desires some kind of return to normal. And this is really bad news for DeSantis, because DeSantis was the number 2 guy in Iowa Trump still has a big lead, but the DeSantis campaign was doubling down, moving a lot of their campaign staff and resources to Iowa. And so the news that Nikki Haley is now tied with him in Iowa is not going to be welcome. Why is it? Why is DeSantis failing to catch fire? I really like Ron DeSantis. I think he's a good guy personally. I think he was a great governor. I think he'd make a good president. Why is he not catching on? Because, I hate to say I told you so, but it's because of what I've observed as DeSantis' biggest challenge from the beginning, which is that his candidacy was pitched as Donald Trump without the baggage. And Trump without the baggage only works if Trump is not in the race. Because if Trump is in the race, people are going to want the original. Even if new Coke tastes better than old Coke, people want the OG. They want the Coca-Cola Classic. So for the people who like Trump and they like the ways in which Trump changed the GOP and, in my view, returned the GOP to something much more traditional, much more in line with its own history. But if you kind of like that, and even if you think that Trump, he tweets too much, he says crazy things, whatever, you're still probably going to be with Trump. Maybe some people will spin off, but you're still probably going to stick with Trump. And if you don't like Trump, then you're going to hate Trump without the baggage. Because Trump without the baggage, the pitch at least, is that it's just a more effective version of Trump with all the same priorities and with all the same potential achievements, maybe even more achievements in that direction, which you don't like because you are opposed to Trump. You are opposed to the ways in which Trump changed the Republican Party. So where does that leave you? The pitch of it was Ron DeSantis is the best of all worlds. And I think the guy would be terrific. But the reality on the ground, as some of us predicted, and is being borne out in the polls now, not just with Trump's numbers, but with the other candidates' numbers, is that it leaves you without a constituency because your natural base is going to your chief opponent. And the people to whom you're trying to also appeal, so you get a little bit broader slice of the electorate, is going to go to someone who is totally distinct from the front runner. So it leaves you now in second place, but who knows how much longer. And Nikki Haley, who many people were calling to drop out of the race early on because they said she doesn't have a snowball's chance in hell, she's out of touch with the current GOP base. I always thought she might have a bit of a shot because she's offering an alternative. She's offering a distinct view to Trump, which could at least have some runway. Man, that was a great clip, huh? Now, hey, stop. Ring that bell. Subscribe to the Michael Knowles podcast. We'll see you next time.